What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. And with that being said, let's get into the TA. All right. So before we get into the TA, I'm just going to flash this real quick, guys. All right. So it's still at 25. What is that telling us? That is telling us that people are still likely to be loading puts. All right. Which all that's going to do is that is going to provide some squeeze fuel. So you can also see that here with these massive wicks here on VIX. Now, I was calling these out each and every day we were seeing these. I was saying like, hey, all right, this is capitulation taking place right before our eyes. All right, the market is very likely not going to crash. It's not going to fall off a cliff as everyone is piling short. All right, yes, I will say, okay, we are right at we're at a breaking point, or I'll say I am pretty confident we are months away from a breaking point. Okay, it doesn't have to be months away. It can be right around the corner. I just don't think it's going to be right around the corner. I don't think it's going to die with everybody gaining money off of it. I just don't think that's how it's going to work. Dealers tend to win. This is the way dealers win. Now, we actually did get two targets put on the board today that do suggest we are going to be seeing new highs. All right, so that suggests the Fed is going to give us some bullish news. And honestly, we can come over here to the 2-year here. Honestly, I believe we're going to go with the 25 basis point hike or a no hike. I don't know if it's going to be a no hike, though, because that would likely give... Well, I don't know, all right? I don't know, because it's a very conflicting spot, because you give no hike and it sparks a market rally. And then there you go. You have the wealth effect coming back like yeah, it's already going to happen from a market rally anyway. But no, that's literally him giving like a green light for the market to rally. So I don't think that happens. All right. Which means like, hey, we probably get that 25 basis point hike or a 50 basis point hike. But with what has happened recently, I don't think that is going to be likely. All right. What am I talking about? I'm talking about FOMC next Wednesday, by the way. We do have the Fed interest rate decision. All right. That is at 2 p.m. and then 2:30 we have his press conference, where the last one was right over here, and he did end up taking his victory lap. And then that sparked this. All right. We went up, but then we cooled off literally this whole entire time in between these two FOMC meetings. We have just cooled off. Okay. We have done a retrace. All right, so I'm just going to say, actually, I'm going to show you guys, okay? So QQQ has a target of 313.68, all right? Now, we're going to come over here. Apple, the largest component of S&P 500 and QQQ, look at that. You have a target of 159, all right? Now, what is this target for? You can see it right here. It's the inverse head and shoulders. So you have a head and shoulders bottom right there, and you are getting a breakout. So as long as you do not die on Apple today and come back and close underneath 154, so you need a $2 move to the downside here, you'd have to give back 2/3 of the daily move here. I don't think it's going to happen. So as long as that doesn't happen, yes, guys, you have a confirmed breakout and you have a target of 159 on the board, which can be played. This is a confirmed target from the patternsite.com, which is run by Thomas Bulkowski. This is someone that I highly respect. This is where a lot of my TA comes from. So if you do enjoy my TA, I can almost guarantee you're going to enjoy going over to the patternsite.com and seeing what they got over there. But yeah, guys, a lot of upside is likely about to be coming, but nothing goes straight up. So we are looking for some zigzag action to be taking place. I'm not going to act like I have a crystal ball and I know exactly the path that price is going to take, but we can outline some likely scenarios here. All right, so let's do so. All right, and then we'll go over the daily, the 4 hour, and the 1 hour, and we'll just talk about that. But I want to point out this right here. Okay, so where do I think we go? Okay, I'm actually going to point out right here on the 3-minute time frame. All right above this previous resistance zone, which you can clearly see right here. That is your resistance right there. On the 3-minute time frame, you have formed a structure directly above it, and in the structure you have came down, back tested the resistance zone after getting, like, you had your clutter over here, you flipped it. All right, that's what's happening right here. And now you're breaking out from that structure to the upside, all right? I'm not saying you're going to get a mega rip all the way up here today. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is you do have a target on QQ for the recent highs, and SPY is flipping its resistance, where like as traders, this is just where we should be looking for rejection. That's what I was saying over here. That is actually what I was saying right here. Well, guess what? We're not getting that rejection. Okay, we're getting the impulsive move above it. And then what are we getting? We're getting the flipping of that zone. All right, so I think this is probably going to carry on. In my personal opinion, I think we probably do have one more leg up right here before a pullback takes place, but this is a smaller time frame, so that really doesn't matter. All right, real quick, if you guys do want consistently high probability trade setups, and if you do just want to trade with me, trade with the community, Patreon, $39.99 a month. I think anybody would enjoy it and find value in it. So hey, go check that one out. We are killing it. There's that. Speaking of killing it, guys, like QQQ is going crazy in comparison to SPY here. Okay, so QQQ broke out from here, and what I want to say here is QQQ hits this target. If it hits this target, SPY should break out from this pattern, which would also then give us this target. So like it's pretty cool what we got going on right here, right, guys? This is why I love patterns. Okay, when everything comes together, it makes me so happy because, you know, I can make sense of things. And yeah, I mean, I guess we kind of make sense of everything as we go. That's kind of what we do here on the channel. So if you do want to make sense of the you know, the nonsense that goes on in the market, I think this is the right place for you. All right, I think Destiny has brought you to this channel for a reason. So if you are not subscribed, subscribe. And actually, while I'm at it right now, I want to remind everyone, hey, if you're finding value in this content, if you're making money off this content, if you're entertained from this content, please pump the stock with a like, please. All right, help me push this content out to other people. It would appreciate, I would appreciate that so much. All right, and I'm not always the best with my words, but I do record these in one take, so I also hope that is appreciated as well. Let's get back into it. Okay, so I went over my thoughts right there real quick, all right, on just possible paths there, I guess. Kinda, now that I think about it. Maybe I actually didn't. I'm thinking about that now. All right, so possible path. I literally pointed out one, which was this. But yeah, the other path that I am going to be looking for is QQQ pulling back here. Okay, so I'm either going to be looking for a bounce here at this previous gap fill 303.15, or I'm going to be looking for the bounce here at this broken trend line, which would be around 300. So you would have a decent sized pullback, but that does not need to happen. All right, Apple can literally just run towards that target full throttle. All right, you come over here to SPY's daily time frame, and you're down here on your daily oscillators, all of them, including the RSI, which does suggest we do have more upside incoming. All right. On top of that, we also had IWM putting in that bullish divergence here on the daily RSI. On top of that, we have a bullish divergence on the stochastic and CCI to match that. CCI was the most oversold it's been, I think it's since September 2021. Quite some time there. Quite some time. All right. A lot of selling pressure came in, and guess what that was aligned with? VIX. Finally seeing some capitulation. All right, I understand it didn't go over 40. I don't think the crash, like the capitulation event that needs to happen before this thing could, like the cycle can go repeat itself, it's not even close to here. Okay, like this isn't it. You haven't seen nothing yet. Okay, the capitulation moment, you'll know when a crash is happening because it's gonna look like this. It's literally gonna do that. All right, that's going to be the crash. You come over here to 08. Well, guess what? It was doing that. All right, you come over here to .com. Well, guess what? It was doing that. All right, guess what? It was doing that. All right, so like we are going to know when we will likely know. Okay, I'm going to say we will likely know. I can't guarantee anything, obviously. But we will likely know when we are in the crash. And that was not it. Everyone thought it was taking place. But again, markets are likely not just going to do this when everyone is on edge. Like everyone knew, everyone was watching, guys. Even my parents were watching. All right. If my parents know what's going on, I'm going to be like, my parents are smart individuals, but they don't watch the market. So if they are hearing about things, yeah, like just, you know, now I actually also will say my mom does have, I think she had 2 clients with funds in Silicon Valley Bank. And I guess they couldn't get access to those funds. So that was also something I found out from my mom. So I guess she does have some insider knowledge there. All right. But what I'm getting at is the world was watching. So you are very likely to get a squeeze instead of a rug pull. All right. The rug pull, we were warning about it. All right. And I still think like, hey, yeah. All right. We're going to be cycling back down. All right. But it is going to take time. We have so many signs here suggesting we will be getting upside. Not only DIA, CCI, the weekly CCI is over here in the same exact spot. The same exact spot. It's bounced 4 other times. That what the heck? 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. The same exact spot. Like what the heck? All right. And the stochastic is crossing up from oversold territory. Not only that, but you're in a bull flag and you're back testing the downtrend. Okay. And I will actually also say Dow led this move down. Is it about to lead the move higher? I don't know, but it also led this move higher over here. All right, so you know, I mean, listen, we should be taking a thing or two from Mr. Dow over here, or Mr. DIA. We do cover the ETFs here on the channel. We do cover SPX. I will say the other main indices, they don't have. Oh, that is the weekly chart. They do not have a volume, which is something that I like. All right, so I don't know why they don't have volume, but I do like using volume. It's one of my favorite indicators. Like here on QQQ, let's just go over the weekly time frame here. All right, guess what, guys? You have a fat bullish engulfing candlestick with, I mean, hey, I'm going to guess you're going to have increasing buy volume by tomorrow at close. And then over here on SPY, you do have that increasing buy volume with your stochastic crossing up from oversold territory with all of your RSI and CCI also starting to hinge. And guess what? All right, guess what? You got that increasing buy volume, so we're probably going to be going higher next week. All right, I like my volume. All right, but yeah, okay, but yeah, I'm sorry we were all over the place this video. I am terribly sorry. I'm gonna be quite honest. It was a very exciting day. All right, your boy was definitely up quite big on the day. Your boy hasn't had a day like this in quite some time. So you know what? Maybe I'm a bit euphoric. All right. But I'm also going to say I am reminding people to take profits, okay? Because profits are important. And yeah, I mean, there's a likelihood, or we're not going to say likelihood, there's a chance that you do end up having that deep pullback that I just pointed out here on QQQ. You could end up pulling all the way back to 300. Like, dang, that's a $7 move. You could have reloaded calls there if you took profits. And there you go. That's the point of taking your profits. All right. But yeah, guys, I do think we're going to be moving higher. And I do think going into the end of the day, you're going to have that increasing buy volume on QQQ, not on SPY though. And SPY is king. Okay. SPX and SPY, those are, you know, they run the market. They run the things. All right. IWM over here does have declining volume as well. DIA is looking the same, but they'll probably get that end of the day volume spike in there. But yeah, that is just about it, guys. I understand we're all over the place in this video. I do get it. I do get it. And I do also get that we didn't go over VIX, okay? The daily CCI is crossing down under. Yeah, as of today, you are getting your sell signal here on Mr. VIX from your daily CCI. Something I also noted the other day was that the RSI was hitting 70, guys. This is literally where your tops are. I don't know why. Like, I do know why everyone is turning perma-bear. I understand because, like, you know, I was also saying, hey, all right, now market crash is now on the table. Like, hey, we now have the systematic failure that I was saying, like the cracks in the system that were eventually going to pop up. These are the cracks I was speaking of months ago. This was literally it. It was only a matter of time until, like, it's not the raising of rates that's going to be the hard part. It's the holding rates in a system, in a debt-based system, because, like, you know, like rates make debt more expensive. All right, it's going to put so much stress on the system. All right, and guess what? No, they can't Volcker us, but they can just continuously put the stress that's currently on the system that's causing these cracks. They could just do this. They could just hold it there, and that's what's going to cause what we just saw. That is that. All right. So I perfectly do understand why everyone went perma bear mode. But if you are paying attention to the charts, then you would be seeing the things that I am pointing out here. You also do have this weekly CCI over in overbought territory with these two big fat wicks, these topping tails. Where have we seen these wicks? Well, we got one here, we got one here, we got two right there, we got one here, we got two here. All right. they mark tops, guys. And yeah, I do think volatility is about to be crushed, and we're about to be moving up on these bad boys over here. All right. Now something that's happened on DXY is it got rejected from this resistance over here, so that is looking good. All right. I know we don't really tie DXY into the analysis too much. We don't really need to, but it is just another factor on the table that we like to look at. All right. You come over here to Bitcoin. All right, and Bitcoin did end up getting rejected by one of our trend lines we have right here. All right, and I did say that if you do end up pushing up, you are likely to get rejected in the zone just because you do have this weekly bearish divergence on you. But I'm also going to say right now, with how the indexes are looking right now, I'm going to say it is possible. I mean, obviously, it's always going to be possible, but it's not going to say likely, but I'm going to say I give it a 50-50 shot that you come up here and you break this and you end up coming to the next zone, which is going to be 37.5K, well, 36, something around here, right? It's going to right around here. That is where I think sellers would start stepping in. But yeah, I think you end up running into this zone if the indices have the rip that I am expecting to happen. And yes, guys, this is a massive bull trap. All right, I am not going to discount that. This is it. All right, this is it. The downfall that I speak of, all right, it's going to come. All right, but they're going to suck everyone and their mothers into this thing, just like I was saying. Like, it doesn't make sense for it to die when everyone is going short. It makes absolutely no sense. It was the same thing over here. That is why we were calling for a rather aggressive counter trend rally. It turned into more than a counter trend rally. Oh, well, we get some things wrong. Okay, we don't have a crystal ball. All right, but guess what, guys? We got the same exact scenario going on over here. The same thing. So let's get it popping, boys and girls. Let's get it. All right. I will just remind you guys, hey, Dow theory, possible buy signal. All right. Don't really know. Don't really care. I guess we'll put that to rest. But I think that's a thing suggesting, yeah, that's another factor suggesting upside here. But yeah, guys, that is the video. With that being said, I will catch you guys in the next one. I am sorry it was all over the place today. I perfectly understand that. You know why? Because I'm the person recording the video. And yeah, if you guys did find value in this video, if you do have just a bit more clarity on the market, if you are making money off of this content, please show the support with a like. That is the best way you can support me. If you do want the Patreon and join the community over there and trade with me, there you go. But yeah, guys, all I ask for is a like. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.